Ah! Turned into broccoli! Turned into broccoli? What does that mean?
Cut!
Scooter, I'm not sure what this line means.
Let's take a look at the script. You're right, Sissy. This line doesn't make any sense. Even though it starts with a capital letter and ends with a period, it's not a complete sentence. A complete sentence needs to have three things: a naming part, also known as the subject, a telling part, also known as the predicate, and it also needs to make a complete thought.
Can you explain that a little more?
Sure. The naming part names who or what the sentence is about. The telling part tells what someone or something is or does. This is an incomplete sentence because it doesn't have a naming part. It doesn't say what turned into broccoli.
So, what does turn into broccoli?
Why, the candy, of course. This is the invasion of the candy snatchers. To make this sentence complete, we will change the script to say, the candy turned into broccoli. Candy is the subject, the naming part. Let's look at the script and make sure there aren't any more incomplete sentences that don't have a naming part. Is this a complete sentence? Called Anne on the phone. Does it say, my dog was barking? Does it say, who was barking? Walked down the street to the toy store. Fell on the floor. Okay, let's look at one more. Josh gave me a present. Great! Now I'll change these into complete sentences by adding a naming part. She called Anne on the phone. Tyler walked down the street to the toy store. A book fell on the floor. That's better. Now all these sentences have naming parts and are complete.
Invasion of the Candy Snatchers. Scene 2, take 1.
Action!
I guess I must have been dreaming. No one has turned any candy into broccoli. Oh no! Someone turned my Choco Chunks into Brocco Chunks! All the cereal in this box.
Cut! I think we have another problem. Let's take a look at the script again. The line, all the cereal in this box, is not a complete sentence.
Are you sure? It has a naming part, the cereal in this box.
Yes, but what about the cereal in the box? There's no predicate or telling part, which tells what the subject is or does. Let's change the script to say, all the cereal in this box is green. To find out what the telling part is, ask yourself what the subject is or does. In this sentence, the subject, which is the cereal, is green. Is green is the telling part. We better look at the script again to make sure we don't have any more incomplete sentences that are missing the telling part. Is this a complete sentence? Does it tell you what her grandma does? Does it tell you what the car does? Does it tell you what the rooster? Does it tell you what Does it tell you what Sarah's blue blanket is? Great job! Now I'll change these into complete sentences by adding a telling part to each one. Her grandma walks to the park. My favorite color is yellow. Sarah's blue blanket is on the floor. There, that looks good. These sentences are now complete. Okay. Time to move on to the next scene.
Invasion of the Candy Snatchers. Scene 3, take 1.
Oh boy! A gumball machine! I love gumballs! Oh no! Broccoli is everywhere! Coming out of the gumball machine.
Cut!
Not again! What's wrong this time?
That line wasn't a complete sentence either.
Let me see it in the script.
See, this last line, coming out of the gumball machine, Doesn't make any sense.
What's wrong with it? It sounds like it is complete.
This is not a complete sentence because it doesn't make a complete thought. I'll combine these two lines to make one complete sentence. There! The sentence and the thought are complete. Broccoli is everywhere, and it is even coming out of the gumball machine. Let's look at page 16 of the script and see if we can see any more lines with incomplete thoughts. Click on all the incomplete sentences. After you've found all of them, we'll change the script so that all the sentences are complete. Super! Now I'll change these so that they are complete. After he ate his lunch, he went home. She had to drive to the store for some milk. My books are on the table. Great! Okay, Sissy, time for the last scene.
Invasion of the Candy Snatchers. Scene 4, take 1.
Action!
Boy, I'm sure glad this day is over. I hope I never see another piece of broccoli ever again. Oh no!
Cut! That's a wrap. Great job, everyone! Remember that to have a complete sentence, you need to have a naming part, a telling part, and a complete thought. If you have these 3 things, your sentence is complete.
That was a fun movie, Scooter.
Yeah, and now we get to watch it. I'm sure glad there aren't really any candy snatchers turning all the candy into broccoli.
Me too.
Ah!
Terrific, a gold star. Click on the next button to go on.
Drag the words to the blanks to complete the sentences.
Scooter had to finish his dinner before he could play outside. He still needed to finish his broccoli. Scooter did not want to wait any longer. He threw his broccoli out the window and went out to play. For a whole week, he threw his broccoli out the window. He did not think about what happened to the lost broccoli. The pile of broccoli grew bigger and bigger. One day, Scooter heard a loud sound coming from his treehouse. Scooter climbed up the tree to see what it was. His treehouse was all messed up. There was a large, green thing sitting in the corner. It started to move across the floor. It was a broccoli monster. The big green slimy broccoli monster chased Scooter into the house. Scooter ran into his bedroom and slammed the door. The monster squeezed under the door. The broccoli monster broke Scooter's cars. It threw his clothes all over the floor. It even ate his crayons. Scooter had to stop it. Scooter knew how to defeat broccoli. He took a big bite out of it. He kept eating until the broccoli was all gone. He had eaten a ton of broccoli. He felt sick to his stomach. Scooter's mother made broccoli for dinner that night. It took Scooter an hour to finish his dinner. Scooter did not throw the broccoli out the window this time. He was not going to make a broccoli monster ever again. The end.
You earned a gold star. Click on the next button to go on. Or click on the star button to see how many stars you've earned.
We are going to write and deliver the quarter news for a week. You are the paper's editor. I'll give you an article to check, and you make sure it doesn't have any incomplete sentences in it. Try to work fast. Our customers like to have their papers delivered before 6 o'clock. Click on the sentences that are incomplete, then click on the bell when you are finished. Good work!
Now it's time to deliver the paper. Tap the paper button to throw the paper.
Stop the presses! I spotted a mistake. This sentence is complete, but you marked it as being incomplete. Look it over carefully. It has a naming part, a telling part, and it makes a complete thought. This sentence is not complete, but you forgot to mark it. Look it over carefully. This sentence is not a complete thought. It doesn't make sense. Even if you have a subject and a verb, you still need to have a complete thought to have a complete sentence. There are too many mistakes in this article. We better throw it out and do another one. Good work. Good work. Good work. Good work! Good work! Good work. The week is over, and we earned a lot of money.
Great job! You earned a gold star! Click on the star button to see how many stars you've earned.